Hello everyone. Before I start talking about how I use my iPad productively, I want to talk about this one app which I've recently started using on my laptop.
It is super useful, guys. I have recently started using it. The app is called Wondershare Edraw Max. I'm just gonna open it for you guys. I was making this flowchart the other day. Edraw Max is an all-in-one diagram software with rich templates for all scenarios. It has flowcharts, mind maps, UML, presentations, and so much more. It helps to transform your ideas into visuals. You can save and export your documents into file types like PDF, JPG, Microsoft Office Suite. So this is a flowchart that I recently made about breast cancer. I have both of the classifications that I do need to remember. So we have the morphological and the molecular classification here. Flowcharts and mind maps are super useful for me because I am a visual learner, and if I have everything in front of me on a single page, it becomes super easy to visualize it while you're writing the answer. With more than 10,000 templates and more than 26,000 symbols and other resources provided, the possibilities of diagrams are endless. E-drawers can also join and get inspired by fellow e-drawers in the Edraw Max template community. Edraw Max is available on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and even online. The best part is that it is absolutely free to download. So use the link in the description and try Edraw Max for free. Why don't you guys tell me what would you use Edraw Max for in the comment sections below. Welcome to this video. I'm Advika Singh. Ever since I've been posting my study vlogs, my exam vlogs, I've been getting so many questions about my iPad, what iPad I use, what notes taking app I use, how I make my notes, and just so many questions about it. So I thought to make a proper video about this, and I'm so excited to share how I use my iPad productively. So let's get started. So first up, the iPad that I use is the iPad Air Generation 4. It's in 256 GB, which is enough amount of storage for me. And would I recommend it to you guys? Hell yes. I don't think Pro is really needed for a student. Especially I would prefer going with the Air. It is smaller, so it's easier to carry, and it also feels like a notebook, whereas Pro feels like a big thing in your hand while you're writing or if you're standing and holding it. And the efficiency is quite good. Maybe not as good as the Pro, but it's really more than I would need. But if you want to use your iPad for gaming, editing, and all those higher efficiency stuff, this thing kind of becomes subjective, so it really depends on your need. I've had this iPad for more than a year now, and I mainly use it for my academics as well as some of my content creation side, and I'm super happy with it. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys what's on my iPad and how I use it for my work and productivity. Let's turn this on. Okay, so this is the wallpaper of my iPad. I have my wallpaper as my schedule. It's my monthly timetable. It's mostly for my video ideas and planning timelines about it. When is the video going out? When am I studying? And it really helps. I can access my schedule anytime. I will be showing you guys how I make this super soon, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so once that is done, I open my iPad and now we are on our home screen. Let's start with the very basic thing on my home screen, the wallpaper behind it. This wallpaper basically brings positivity into my mind. I really like the aesthetics of it as well, so why not have it as my wallpaper, right? Okay, let's start with the widgets on my iPad. I have the clock widget, the calendar widget. This calendar shows the date and the day obviously, but then it also shows some events. For example, I have some of my close friends' birthdays on my calendar. Also on some big festivals, it's there as well. It's Chhath Puja today. And now I'm going to show you how I make the wallpaper. Okay, so the first step is that you take a screenshot. That is saved on my photos/gallery. Yeah, so then I open my gallery up, take my Apple Pencil, and then we start. I go on the edit option, which is on the right upper corner, and then here we have an Apple Pencil tool, and then here we have all the highlighters and stuff here. What is today? Today's 30th, right? I'll just write filming what's on my iPad. Then, for example, if I have exams coming up, take the highlighter tool. I'll just write exams, so that I know, okay, I'm going to be busy from 10 to 14 because I have my exams. I'm just going to be studying, so that section is totally blocked up. And here we have a lot of colors. So yeah, I'll just write video upload. Once I'm done, I just go on the done option here above, and then I just make it my wallpaper. Use as wallpaper. I'm not gonna use it, but yeah, you guys get the idea of it. It's really fun planning. It's really fun looking at it and thinking yes, I have things visioned. Okay, next comes today focus widget. Basically, for a Pomodoro session, the timer goes on the screen. The app is TickTick. There are a lot of widgets from TickTick. The next one. So this widget is from TickTick as well. I just write what my reminders are, what are the tasks for the day. So I do have some overdue work. Filming is happening, so we can tick that off. You can just basically plan your days, set reminders so that you can look them and access them very easily. And I have my mail widget. Also, just how do you set widgets, by the way. So once you click on the screen for about 3 seconds, you get this everything shaky thing happening on the screen. Then you go to the left upper corner of the screen where there is a plus icon, and then you can set widgets. I think I'll add this one and I'll add it here. Okay, great. I have a new widget now. Now let's talk about the apps. The most used apps are there on the bottom of the screen. So I have Safari, Good Notes, Spotify. The other ones are just recently opened ones. Good Notes, I'm going to be talking about it very soon in how I take my notes section. So stay tuned for that. Again, then on the home screen, I have camera, calendar, clock, notes. So I use notes for my very random notes, which are important, but I don't want to use it on Good Notes because Good Notes is mostly for my academic work. I plan my videos here. I write the voiceovers if I have to. So here I have my all iCloud, which is basically linked to my MacBook, my iPhone, and my iPad. Super useful. This is what I'm actually speaking right now. I had like a little script because if I don't, I just always forget the important information. This is like what I need to do back. This is so that. This is my script for the 20 things for teenagers video. Then we have voice memos for recording my voiceovers. Settings, YouTube Studio. I use it for analyzing my YouTube content and how the statistics are doing. And then in my editing folder, I have PixArt, Fonto, Sketchbook, Visco. All of these apps are for my thumbnails. PixArt is for making collages and then also using the brush tool on it to write stuff or to draw stuff. Fonto is for the text and the thumbnails. I can show you guys how I make my thumbnails. Let me know if you want a detailed version about it. Then we have my photos, my Amazon, because I do use Amazon a lot. As you swipe to the next page, let's talk about the widgets real quick. I have this how many days are left widget. It's a super cute app, I know, and that is why I got it, but it is super useful as well. I always have my how many days are left for the next video upload up there, and then one extra one for another event, which is right now it's the wedding, which is gonna happen in 6 days. This is the app. It's called Bears. So I'm gonna use here, and then let's say November 23rd. It's actually Akshar's birthday. It was a very random number that I chose, but 24 days left, and here we have so many options to choose from. So yeah, Akshar's birthday. And there we have it. Once it's added, I'm gonna change my widget here. I'm gonna change it to Akshar's birthday, and there we have. That looks so cute. Next, we have a Spotify widget, which I just added. Let's talk about the apps here. We have Photo Booth, App Store, Calculator, Pinterest, and we use Pinterest for ideas mostly. Let's say outfit ideas. So here we have some outfit ideas. This one's super cute. This one is doable and cute, guys. You can like literally get anything here. Recently, I searched Rangoli ideas. Super cute Rangoli ideas. So I do use Pinterest for that. And then we have messages, files, books, mails. Then we have my education folder. So here we have Maro, Telegram, Prep Ladder, Complete Anatomy, See Anatomy, and Cam Scanner and Lens. So Maro and Prep Ladder are 2 video lectures / question banks / note taking, and pre-made notes and stuff are there. I mostly use Prep Ladder. I also have a code if you want to have Prep Ladder, so you can save 1500 on it. It will be on the screen. But yeah, and then Maro I use for pathology mostly, and then Telegram. As I have to talk about this app, I have to, because this app is so useful for education. I know a lot of people use Telegram for downloading movies and all, but have you ever thought that you can download books and video lectures free from here? And obviously you share like big files. These are some practical PDFs of our college, so we have it there. We have this paid video lecture website, and all of the lectures are here for free. Other than that, I also use it to download big files like books. Here we have the pediatrics book online for free. And I would suggest that to every student, because you can save so much money. Everything is on my iPad. I only carry this, and so all of my books are here. And where do I get them from? Telegram. And we have Complete Anatomy. This is for mostly for first year students. It is a paid app. I did not have it in my first year, and when we were preparing for our final exams, I used his ID for this, and I saw how useful this was, and I just regretted not using it in my first year, because anatomy is all about visualizing things. Look how beautifully it opens. Okay, here we have models. Let's start with thorax. Connective tissue, you can turn it off. Everything else, you'll have to pay for it. It is such a useful app. I really wish I could show you guys. See how beautiful it is. All of these are cartilages. You click on it, and then it shows this is the anterior longitudinal ligament. All these are the coastal cartilages. This is the nasal cartilage. This is the maxilla, parietal bone. You can learn so much from this, guys, so please use it, because anatomy is literally all about visualization if you want it for your long term. Let's move on. We have cam scanner and lens here. It's usually for scanning documents and converting them into PDF forms. Then we have my video calling folder. We have the entertainment section. I do use my iPad for it. I don't watch all of these things on my phone, neither on my MacBook. And then social media. Because of my very short storage on my phone, I also use my social media here. Then we have the Apple inbuilt folder, which is basically Apple inbuilt apps which I don't use at all. Then we have the game section. We have PUBG. I don't use it. So many people, if you were commenting, did you notice the PUBG app? And I've only used this once because my friend forced me to play it with him. Among Us, I have. Among Us is a super interesting game, and there was a phase where everyone would play Among Us. We have Subway Surf and two-player games. Two-player games is such a fun game. Whenever we're waiting for our food to come or anything, we play this. It has so many interesting games. Highly suggest you to download it. If you're going out with a friend, it really is fun. Then we have the food and services folder. Tumble Dry is basically a laundry service. And let's go to the productivity section. We have TickTick. I've showed you guys TickTick, Notion, and Saplingy and Focus. Yeah, we have Focus planned here. I have used Focus. I don't use it now, but like you plan if you want to plan here. And then I go on Focus and I start, like, let's say I want a 1 hour session. If you don't complete your 1 hour, your plant will die, and you don't want that to happen. So it's like mentally playing with you so that you focus on the work that you're doing. It basically helps you to focus. I don't use Notion that much, but if you guys want to see how I make my Notion and how I plan everything, let me know. Then we have Saplingy. Saplingy is literally same as Focus. We have my shopping folder. We have all the shopping apps here. Should I name them? I don't think it is necessary. Then we have the photo and video section. If I have to make a reel or if I have to like edit anything for my Instagram, like a short video, I might do it here. I don't use it, but we do have some apps. Equal, iMovie, Video Leap, In Short. Camera Connect is connect my camera to my iPad from Bluetooth, so you can transfer files easily through that. And then in healthcare and fitness, we have Nandi Yoga and CultFit. CultFit is something I'm going to use. That's what I've told myself. Last page on this screen is Guitar Tuner and ICICI Direct. So I use this app to tune my ukulele. You can tune many, like we have guitar strings and bass strings and violin and stuff. I just use it for ukulele. You have my ICICI Direct, which I do not use. I've never even opened it, guys. Wow. I don't use it, but it's basically an app for checking your investments and all. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all that I have on my iPad. Now I'm getting late for my movie, so I'm gonna go leave for that. But when I come back, I'm gonna share with you guys how I take my notes.
Many hours later.
Hi guys, so I am back. Now we're gonna be doing the most wanted part of this video, which is how I take my notes. For note taking, as I've mentioned before, I use GoodNotes. GoodNotes is a paid app. I think it's for 700, but it is definitely worth it in my opinion. It has literally everything that I would want for note taking. So let's start with it. Let's open GoodNotes. As you can see, I have my year 1, year 2, and a couple of documents which don't belong to any of them. Year 2, we have my microbiology, pathology, pharmacology, and the postings folder. Let's start with pathology. Here I have my books and my notebooks and my notes, everything. First, I'm going to show you guys how I import my documents onto this. For example, books that I download. So for books, I've already told you guys, I downloaded from Telegram. This is a pediatrics book. So up here on the share icon, we have open in GoodNotes. Once I click on it, it is here. I'm going to go in year 2, postings, make a new folder for pediatrics. Yeah, once that's done, I'm gonna import it here. Takes a couple of seconds. And then once the book is imported here, super simple to highlight stuff and write things down. For example, this is a very random thing. National programs on child health. And then let's say I could write some programs here. Immunization program, diarrheal disease control program. So as you can see, this is cervix from the female genital tract. And I've marked this portion, written some stuff which I understood from the paragraph. I've highlighted the important points. Makes it super easy to learn instead of just reading a paragraph about it. Now that I've showed you guys how I import and then write on PDFs, I'm going to show you guys how I take my notes. These are like my first year notes of anatomy. I had questions and their answers. I took pictures from a book and then imported it to GoodNotes. This is like first year. These are some handmade notes. I have written some stuff here. Then we have some pictures here as well. A lot of stuff is happening. So I'm going to tell you guys how I make my notes. Go to new, then I make a notebook and I'm gonna call it anti-diabetic drugs. So I'm gonna create this notebook with different pen size. I'm gonna write the heading. Also, there are different types of pens that you can use. My favorite one is the ball pen. You'll see the difference. But okay, you guys get the point. Once that's done, we make different headings. For example, metformin, acarbose. One more feature about this is that with the laser tool, I can just select a text and then take it somewhere else. That's a super useful tool. Another tool which I really like is mixing the books. You can just search the words. Okay, here we have it. This classification table is so important. So what I'm gonna do is to make all of these things in one place. I'm just gonna screenshot this again, copy, and then I'm gonna paste it. So now whenever I'm accessing my notes, they are here and I can make, these are the second generation ones. So I'm just gonna write second gen. This one is first generation drugs. So I'm just gonna write, so yeah, basically you can edit it and it could come all under one page. You also have these cute stickers. If anything is important, I'll just stick it up here to show that yes, this is important. And we have the highlighting tool, obviously, which is amazing. Yes, and we have so many colors to choose from. You can also customize, and then there are many colors. Also, obviously, the rubbing tool. We have shapes that we can make just by holding this. A lot of you guys ask me, how did you import your prep ladder notes into your good notes? The answer is through Telegram. So I downloaded the PDF version of the notes through Telegram and then imported it to my good notes. Super accessible because now I can make all the changes that I want on my iPad. Sometimes when I'm looking at the lectures and professor is telling something which is not written in the notes, or if I want it to be written in my own words, I'll just write it down. Basically, what I would tell students or anyone from my experience is that have pre-made notes, but then also write your own notes on them. So like you basically have a structure like a skeleton, and then you can make it your own by highlighting what you want to know, write what you want to remember. Let's see, we have sedative, hypnotic. So even after this, you'll find the classification. So I have the classification, cut, copy, screenshot it from the book, and then have it on the notebook that I use. These are like my lecture presentation which is going on. I just take a picture and add it. I'll show you how you do it. So here we have the photo section. Take a picture of you guys. This is a very blurred one because I just zoomed it a lot. Anyways, and then I could decrease the size, increase it or whatever, and then add it anywhere that I want. Here I have some prescription writing notes. Also, this is like a dark page, but you can also add light page. There are tons of templates to choose from, and then you can also change the color. You can have ruled as well, blank as well, and see here we have ruled one. So if you want to have the ruled one, you can also do that. Some other features which I got to know super late. Back to Robbins. We have thumbnails, favorites, and outlines. So outline is basically the index. Instead of going through the thumbnails like this and then finding which page you want to, outlines make it super easy. Let's suppose I want to go to kidney, then I'm going to go to glomerular diseases, pathogenesis of glomerular diseases. I'm just going to click on it, and then here we have it. Another feature is favorites. So here we have a little tag icon. So if you just click on it, this is gonna go in my favorites page. This is like to highlight your very important pages that you want to review. So yeah, here we have my favorites, some pages that I have highlighted or I found it important. Yeah, I think that is it that I want to talk about, how I take my notes. I think you guys have an insight now. It might be a little confusing in the start, but with time it just gets easier. Let me know which app did you think was the most useful one. With that being it, we got to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.
Ryan Little. Yoga.